Hello and welcome to my channel. This is Randy and this is Old Guy Hikes. And if this is your first time here, thank you for clicking on. If you're a return watcher, welcome back. Today is Friday, July 18th, 2025. It is 8 a.m. I am in Little Rock, Arkansas. I am in Emerald Park. I think this is on the north side of the Arkansas River, I think. We're camping at Maumelle Park near Pinnacle Mountain for a weekend conference that my wife is going to in Little Rock. So we brought the RV down and I'm planning on hiking at least hopefully 3 trails, Friday, Saturday, and Sunday. So this is day 1 and I'm at Emerald Park and I'm doing the Emerald Park Trail on all trails. It's also labeled as Arkansas River Trail. Looks like it can be around 5 miles, kind of up in the hills along the river and also goes down along the river a little bit. So I turned off the pavement up there onto this dirt, and this is going to switch back down to the river and walk along the river and then climb back up on the bluff and hopefully have some views, a little longer range views up top. So thanks for coming along. I appreciate having you. I hope this is a nice, fun trail. Oh, I should say it's about 80 degrees right now. It's going to be about 100 degrees today in Little Rock, but hopefully I am done before it hits 90. Made it down to the bottom of that. Nice long switchbacks, nothing steep at all, super easy so far, but very pleasant. I'm getting pretty close to the river. Looks like a nice little observation point down here over the river. Go check it out real quick. There's some very talented graffiti artists down here. Check these out. Marilyn and I think James Dean. Wow. That's some Stone or Easter Island guy. The Millennium Falcon. Flower. Another Marilyn and a centipede. And maybe Jimi Hendrix. This has been a very pleasant little stroll. Lots of really nice views. It looks like I'm coming to the end of this part of that trail, and it just goes out on the streets, it looks like. Maybe. I'll have to consult my map and see how much further I go on this. Kind of hard to see the cliffs back in there with all the trees, but there's evidently some good climbing cliffs. Right in the center of the screen, up on that cliff, I'll try to zoom in. There's somebody climbing. Right on the very top of the trees where the trees end and the cliff, where you can see the cliff on the top of the trees there, there's somebody climbing right there. Again, I'll try to zoom in so you can see him better. Well, obviously they're working on something over here. Maybe a new park or something, hard to say. Anyway, very soothing and quiet on a nice hike morning. Anyway, I'm getting to the end of this part of the trail, and I'm going to turn up this road right here. That's right up in front of us, and this will connect up to the other end. This will connect up to the other end of that trail we started on. Hopefully. That's what the map says, at least. Okay, I think this is it. According to the map, it's right here. There's not much for markings, just a couple of end posts and a little cable. And there is a trail going up here. It looks pretty overgrown, but hopefully it's not too bad. Yeah. Clears out, it looks like. It's just this beginning part. Really washed out too. Washed out and overgrown there at the beginning. They're going to be a little steeper and shorter switchbacks. So we'll see how we do. It's getting really hot and very sweaty. Okay, I made it to the top of those switchbacks. That was much steeper, more overgrown in places, much more washed out than the decline down on the other end. Definitely not as well traveled a trail over here, and definitely not as well maintained. So now we're getting into a part here that's hardly any trail at all. But this connects up to that first trail I started on, so we're gonna brave right on through. We're all treated for ticks, so hopefully I won't have too many to pick off me when this is all said and done. And we emerged at the top behind some really nice old houses and some kind of a park with disc golf on a paved trail, and it looks like we got a nice overlook up here, so that was worth the effort. Let's check out our overlook. Oh yeah, beautiful. A better view of the Capitol too, and downtown. So that's the Arkansas River. That's North Little Rock, I believe. Or maybe I'm on North Little Rock, and that's Little Rock. I'll have to consult a map. And then there's downtown over there. So I guess I'm in North Little Rock because there's Little Rock over there. And there's the Capitol. Somewhere, where to go? There it is. Beautiful. I'm gonna sit here and take a couple pictures and continue on. Okay, here's irony of ironies. We got a dangerous cliff sign, do not cross this point, and then a bench to go to past that point. Now I know what their meaning is, to not go past the point of the edge of the cliff, not to try to go over the cliff, but it's funny that the sign is before the bench. Little ironies like that make my day. Just took a little side trail off of the paved trail there. It looks like it comes to a nice overlook. And there were no signs that said do not go past this point, so I'm going to go as close to the edge as I want because they're not warning me to not to. Yeah, a couple different ways I can look here. Here's one way. Ooh, yeah, we are right over it here. Should give you a view down. We're right above where those guys were rock climbing, so they may be rock climbing right up to us right now. Walk along the edge. Fun. All right. Moving on. Some really nice cliff views through these trees. I'm not sure if I'll get a better view of them or not, so I'd better get the view now. That's gorgeous. Very nice. So I found a little bit of dirt trail that goes along this fence. They really don't want you getting close to the edge here. There's a cool skateboard bicycle park down there. This is going to be pretty much the last view. I'm right on this other side of this hill that's behind me is the road or the trail that goes to the parking lot. So I'm just going to go up over this hill here and should be at the trail for the parking lot. I'm going to give this a 3 out of 5 on my Old Guy Hikes difficulty rating. I would normally just give it a 2 because, you know, 60-70% of it was paved. And then the initial switchbacks going down to that first paved part along the river, that was pretty easy. The switchbacks coming back up to the top part, a little more difficult. This part's a little difficult too, but anyway. And then walking along the cliffs, of course. So I'm going to give it a 3 out of 5 for difficulty. This is going to be right around 5 miles. Super easy for a 3. Very easy 3. Barely over a 2. So thanks for coming and watching. Come back next week. I'll have something else from Little Rock. I don't know what for sure yet, but it'll be hopefully good. Thanks for watching. Hope to catch you out on the trail sometime real soon. Bye-bye.